Boys, welcome in. Welcome back to Playmakers Picks, where we are serving up free plays every single day here on YouTube. Now, it's the weekend. We got a ton of action, but as always, we will follow the same structure. We recap yesterday's plays, our wins, our losses. We open up the book, show you where we won, and then we get into the free plays of the day. Now, if you guys are in states where you only have DFS, no need to fear. We got sportsbook bets here. If you're in a state where you only have sportsbook but no DFS, no need to sweat. Jay Hill is here. We got the DFS plays for you as well, okay? So we bring one DFS play and one sportsbook slip every single day. Every single day. So that is the format. So let's get into the video. Now, as we recap yesterday's plays, we took the two hottest hitters on two of the hottest offenses at home, and these two hot offenses at home absolutely go crazy. They were scoring a ton of runs, but top to bottom, everybody in the lineup on these teams hit the line except for the two hottest hitters in these offenses right now. So, man, I guess that's just gambling, right? So this slip did not cash. Jackson Chourio, he had a run that was a result from a walk, no hits. Vinny Pasquantino, tons of base runners left on base. But, I mean, the math was there. The odds were fantastic. And honestly, guys, the odds are just as good today. I don't expect the hot hitters on the hot offenses at home to be the only people on their team that don't produce today. So honestly, feel free to run this slip again today. Then we had our new format that we've been trying out. You guys know we've been sticking with straight bets always. Straight bets. But we've been lowering odds, doing alt lines and whatnot for very secured picks, and then combining them in a two-man to create plus money. Because let's say the bet here was $50, the bet here was $50. These are both two very safe lines that both cashed, and now we're in profit if they don't both hit. So, so far we've hit it, I think, 2 or 3 days in a row with this new format. So let's keep riding it until it stops working. Now, for today's free play of the day for my DFS bettors, you guys will only be able to make this play on Chalkboard. Chalkboard is by far the best daily fantasy app. They're one of the newer apps, but man, it is smooth. Their lines come out earlier. You have alt lines, and here is the big one. And also, guys, I want to make sure that I give credit to where I found a little loophole here. I believe his name is Ghost Locks or Ghost Picks. He does a bunch of DFS content here on YouTube as well. Prizepicks, Underdog, you know, the big dogs in these daily fantasy sports betting apps, they do not allow you to have wins as one of your DFS picks, okay? And the odds for these wins are juicy. So we are going to take Corbin Burnes to secure the win over the Tampa Bay Rays, and then we got the rookie, Nick Sogard, former LMU Lion, my former college teammate. He has been abusing left-handed hitters, but don't take my word for it. Let's get into the research now with Corbin Burnes. The one thing with these outs, or no, with the win props, is that they do have to go 5 innings, right? So you want to pick a pitcher who is a heavy favorite, who isn't going to give up a ton of runs, who is going to have the lead after 5 innings before he gets pulled, right? And then the other thing to this as well is, and this might contradict myself here, but you also want to be mindful of the team's bullpen, right? The Baltimore Orioles bullpen has not been pitching great. Actually, every bullpen in the AL East has not been having the best time when it comes to pitching lately. But this line is just too good to take. So we got Corbin Burnes in his last 10 games. He's given up a couple runs here, but this Tampa Bay Rays team is a good left-hand hitting team. If we open up their team stats over here, a whole lot of red, a whole lot of red. And the idea here is that they are a great is a generous term. They're a good left-hand hitting team, and that was more so before they sent off some of their best players like Randy Arozarena. So now we have Corbin Burnes coming in here, and I expect him to get the win. It really is that simple. If we look at the outs here, he's always hitting right at about that 18 out mark. Sometimes he'll go into the 20s, but his lowest in the last 10 games was against a good Cleveland Guardians offense, and he still went 5 innings. Okay? So we really like this line. And then as we go look over here, okay, we got Nick Sogard versus who's pitching? Yeah, Spencer Arrighetti, right? So if we look at versus right-handed pitching now, he just got called up 2 weeks ago or so, a week or two ago. Versus right-handed pitching, because Nick Sogard is a switch hitter, he has been tearing up right-handed pitching, okay? And if we look at these lines, they have him set at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's coming off a night last night where he had 4, 2 games ago 2, another game 4, okay? And so he has been doing fantastic versus right-hand pitching, and he's right at the bottom of that lineup where right after him, now we have Ceddanne Rafaela, then we have Jarren Duran, then we have Matasaka, Yoshida, and then we got Rafael Devers. So if you look at it, it's not a ton of RBIs, but he gets on, he has quality at bats, and then he has one of the most dangerous lineups in all of baseball, that top of the lineup there, to score him in, okay? So this is a pretty juicy play where you are getting a 4X on Chalkboard. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Chalkboard or you haven't used Chalkboard before, it is in the App Store. Make sure you go download Chalkboard. The website is chalkboard.io, I believe, and you can use my code JHill. They are going to match you 100% up to $100. I already told you the lines are better. They come out earlier. You have more flexibility. You're able to do pitcher wins, which is low-key a cheat code. So I'm going to be messing around with that. And then if you do use my code, then that will get you 1 free month of VIP picks, because we give these free plays every day here on YouTube, but we give even more for our VIP community. Even the play from, what was it, yesterday, 2 days ago, where in the YouTube video, we put out Brian Wu with Jackson Holiday, and then it just didn't sit right. So I said, hey guys, no Brian Wu, Kyle Schwarber. And we ended up cashing that one as a fat ticket, okay? So if you want to get on my VIP plays, go over to fanbases.com/IamJimmyHill. Or if you want that free month, just use my code JHill on Chalkboard. Send me proof either in the comments section here or on my Instagram. Now for our sports book play of the day, boys. We're gonna stick with the format that's working right now, okay? So we are taking 2 favorite lines that we would take them by themselves if they were juicy, but when they're near that 200 mark, the juice is not worth the squeeze. So now we have the Padres. I guess we'll do this one first. Okay, so we have the Los Angeles Dodgers plus 1.5 at home, okay? And that's going to give us minus 180 odds, as you guys saw over here, minus 190, okay? So we could have did a little fishing, but if you guys saw over here, we also got a boost. So guys, also on BetMGM today, they have a 33% boost up to $100 bet. It does not have to be a parlay like the other guys like FanDuel, DraftKings. It doesn't have to be just a $10 bet. They're not maxing you out at $10 bets, and they're not forcing you to do a 400 plus odds 3, 4, 5 leg parlay. You get to just have a free 33%, so go take advantage of it. I don't have a sign-up bonus with them. This is just my favorite sports book because they do this damn near every day. Okay, so we have Paul Skeens, right? Everybody's going to be on the Paul Skeens train, and honestly, that's okay. I'm not upset if this is a low-scoring affair, because the more of a low-scoring affair that it is, the more powerful that the Dodgers plus 1.5 runs in. Each run is worth even more. Now, the Pirates have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row. Okay. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games. And the Dodgers are starting to hit the ball a little bit, right? The Dodgers are starting to hit the ball. The over is hit for them 2 games in a row. And we like it, guys. We like it. So River Ryan as well. If you guys have seen him, okay, he's been in the big leagues for 3 games now. He's averaging 1 earned run a game. Fantastic. Okay. And then we also got Paul Skeens. Everybody, I mean, I don't need to tell you about Paul Skeens, right? But again, averaging 1 run a game. So if it is a low scoring affair, if it's a 2-3 game, if it's a whatever, I mean, if the Pirates are even able to break out of this losing streak, we still have no panic at all, because that 1.5 is really going to secure us. And then the other line here, and I saw the Padres line yesterday for money line at like -125, and I almost threw it. And man, it ended up hitting. They ended up scoring 4 runs in extra innings, but that was a scary one. And I'm so happy that was a game that I was not sweating one bit. But Padres playing fantastic baseball, have won 8 of their last 10 games, and the Miami Marlins have done the exact opposite. Now, they have been putting up some runs. They're coming off that series with the Cincinnati Reds where their offense was clicking and they just couldn't secure those wins. But the Padres here, we got Matt Waldron going up. He's already faced the Miami Marlins earlier this year. I think he faced them in June, 7 innings of shutout baseball. Also, the San Diego Padres abuse right-handed pitching. Look at the chart here. Nothing but green, guys. Okay? So we got Waldron, who's already shoved on them, who's been shoving all year. We have a lineup top to bottom that abuses right-handed pitchers. Miami threw their best, Miami gave their best shot at it yesterday with Edward Cabrera. Okay? Now they have Roderi Munoz, and he's not a bad pitcher, but he's just not a great pitcher, and this Padres offense is clicking. And also, guys, I just felt like we haven't given enough love to the West Coast. You know, we bet a lot on the AL East just because these AL East offenses have been clicking, but I figured we got to give the West Coast a little bit of love today, guys. So these are our plays for the day. We got Corbin Burns to secure a win. Nick Sogard over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This is going to give you a freaking 4X. You're welcome. Go sign up on Chalkboard. And then for our sportsbook bettors, we got Padres money line and Los Angeles Dodgers over 1.5 runs, okay, against the spread. So that by itself would be +135, but because the BetMGM boost, we're getting it at +180 odds, guys. Go if you're tailing, let me know. If you're fading, let me know. But these are our plays for the day. I got plenty of free money for you down in the description. If you want free money, be my guest. I got a ton of it for you. A ton of sign up bonuses there. So these are our plays for the day. This is Playmakers Picks. I love y'all. Peace.